Hey guys, how's it going? Just go live in here. No, I'm not driving. I'm safely parked. No doing videos or go live while driving. That's bad. Illegal. No. Anyways, back again. I just switched to regular mobile data because Wi-Fi is a bit iffy. So I was thinking about the word usage and terminology and all that sort of stuff, because when I was overseas it was interesting. Aussies use a kind of lot of slang. We're kind of very contextual with what we say and very kind of off the cuff. And saying things like, oh, I'm just going to chuck shrapnel at you, doesn't actually mean we're going to throw money at you. And when I have people that go, I don't think they want money thrown at them, I'm like, well, you're taking it a bit literally. And I was just in my mind thinking about the different words and that people, we had this interesting discussion where people were saying, okay, well, when I say this, it means this, because we're talking politics, and there's a differing thing between like what they call liberal and what we call liberal with regards to actual party names and political stance and where they are on the whole spectrum. And that reminded me of the incident where I said, oh, I'll just chuck shrapnel at these people, because I couldn't understand the I'm getting used to the actual coinage of a foreign place. I was just like, I don't understand. I'll just chuck shrapnel at you. And I didn't literally mean I will literally throw money at you. It just means that I'll give it to you, or just donate it to you, or just, tip somebody that. So that was quite interesting. And the way that you think, particularly in, the BDSM world, where a lot of words and terminology you can use in everyday life, but in certain situations it means something a little different, in particular with acronyms. Oh my god, the double entendres you get with acronyms is just amazing. It's like going from one industry where the terminology you use, say like you go ABC, in Australia would be Australian Broadcasting Corporation or company. Whereas if you say like an ABC and you're talking to someone, say like, Zach Hing, I listen to him quite a bit. He's an awesome YouTuber. That stands for Asian Baby Girls. And no doubt there are quite a few other acronyms, and ABC also means Australian Born Chinese. Or you can have it as an American Born Chinese. There's so many different acronyms, different terminologies people use, and I think that's where a lot of people miscommunicate, is that they assume that what they're saying is going to be taken the way that you intend it, rather than as something like, information that you're putting forward. And I'm going to be careful about that. Cultural differences with regards to terminology, phraseology. Some people can't really read into tones and context. As I said, like, I'm not going to literally throw money at you. That's a bit silly, but I can understand how people would take it literally, and they're just in a weird headspace that they're just going, I don't think I want to have money thrown at people, or like, yeah, well, I don't mean that literally. And there's plenty of other things that I'm sure people have taken out of context, whether it's because of their own particular headspace at the time, or whether it's from actual language and terminology. So a thing, having just come from overseas, or not just come from overseas, but the differing ways in which, words are used, different words for different things. Like, example, thong in Australia means the flip-flops in America, or shoes, or also in Europe, but it's used in America as, G-strings. And we have different terminologies for things like G-strings, or their terms of thongs is like, G-bangers, butt floss, we'll say all those different things, and it can get very confusing for people that are not Aussies, because we can kind of imagine and go, oh yeah, okay, I get that image of, G-bangers, butt floss, okay, you mean G-string and all that sort of other stuff. So that's always quite amusing. Same as with a lot of terminologies are interchangeable, so like, latex and rubber and gummy stuff. So I reckon today, thinking about different ways you use terms and phrases, even things that you use normally, like I say shiny and awesome or cool beans a lot, And some people think that's kind of odd. You know, if you're a bit of a fanboy, fangirl, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about, you know, speed racer. But yeah, what sort of terminologies that you use? Have people misinterpreted a phrase that you keep using a lot? Are they come from different cultural backgrounds? What sort of terminologies do they use and different ways that they use their words? It's an interesting thing. Different language usages and differences in phraseology, cultural differences as well. Anyways, Monday morning, getting back on it. Sorry for not uploading a lot, but you know, the signals are a bit iffy overseas on planes and on boats, so love you guys. See yous.